Hey guys, it's Deacon from Daohaus and the Meta Cartel fam. Wanted to give a quick tour of xDai and Daohaus on xDai and why that's cool. Basically, the Ethereum mainnet gas prices have been really high recently. We're at 120 right now. A couple days ago, it was at 350 plus. Making any transactions on mainnet pretty ridiculous. So unless you were doing things on DeFi and doing 10K plus kind of transactions, it doesn't make much sense. But things like DAOs, NFTs are really struggling under these gas prices. So xDai to the rescue. xDai is kind of used as a side chain of Ethereum mainnet. It uses a delegated proof of stake consensus, which is pretty awesome, the way it works, and you should look into that. But the nice things about it are really low gas fees and really fast transactions, like sub 5 seconds. And so a lot of people have probably even used it without even knowing about it. If they were at ETH Denver or if they've used burner wallet kind of things at events. But here's a quick tour of kind of how it works, how to get onto it, how to start using the apps. We may see a lot of apps coming to xDai, a lot of the kind of fun things that aren't the DeFi bro stuff. Just NFT, the art space, the DAO governance space, games, all these things. So the first thing you got to do is deal with Metamask. And I think they're going to be fixing this over the next few weeks or months. We'll see. But first is first. So basically, when you open Metamask, you have your different options here. Right here is your network selector. And if you open it up, you'll see all these different test nets. And what we want to do is add a custom RPC. I already have xDai here, but if you were doing this for the first time, you would need to add this. When you open this up, you're going to see a form here. It's all blank, and we can fill in these settings. Let's see, I think I can pull up these settings if I come over here and look at this. And here's my custom network. All right, so you just put in the network name, RPC URL. You can just copy and paste this. I'll post these things. The chain ID, the symbol name, because now we're using xDai as the native token instead of ETH. So Ethereum has ETH as its native token. xDai actually uses DAI as its native token, or xDai. And then their block explorer, instead of Etherscan, which would be the main one on an Ethereum mainnet, they use Block Scout. So you put in these options, and now you're basically set to go. So now you can toggle mainnet. This site doesn't want mainnet, so I got that little warning, but then you can toggle back to xDai. And that's just kind of how it works, toggling back and forth. Super easy, a little annoying to get it set up, but you're just putting those values in the fields. All right, so now we're on we have xDai on MetaMask, but what do we do? So there's this token bridge app, and what this does is if you're on mainnet, it'll transfer DAI to the xDai chain as xDai in your same address. So it's all going to happen inside of your MetaMask account. If you're on xDai, like I am now, it'll transfer xDai to mainnet. So like I'll switch over to mainnet, and you can see here's mainnet, then to xDai. If we are on xDai, it goes the other way around. So the page actually changes depending on which chain you're on in Metamask. So let's just make this work. So I want to move some DAI over. I think I had 60 DAI in there. Let's just move 20. We have ridiculous rate right now of 120 kui for our gas, and we'll just go ahead and run this. See how much it costs. Okay, so it's $2 to do the transfer. The thing here is you could transfer $5 or $50,000. It's going to be $2 to make the transfer. So really not too bad, because once you get on xDai, you're you're doing transactions for fractions of a penny. So let's see, this takes a few minutes because we have to wait for some extra block confirmations because we're going from one chain to another. This is a security thing. So I'm going to pause it, or try to pause it, and then I'll be back. Okay, we got a success. So this is saying that the tokens were transferred from ETH mainnet to the xDai chain. And so now let's go ahead and switch back over to xDai. And now you can see I have another $20. I had 60 and now I have 80. So it works. Cool. So now what to do? Well, there's already a couple cool things. There's Uniswap is on xDai. There's a couple other interesting apps. Daohaus, obviously, now is the one I'm talking about. So let's see how this works now to go ahead and summon a DAO. Let's go ahead and we'll just pick grants, ventures, guilds. Let's do a guild. Braid. Or what do we want to call it? I don't know. I like the text in there, Braid Guild. Some stuff, whatever. Now, here's a kind of all our settings. It's all defaulted to that guild group I picked. We'll hit summon. This pops up the Metamask notification. Took it just a second to update the gas rate. So this is how much gas we're paying, 0.007667 DAI. So this is less than a penny to summon a DAO. If you want to summon a DAO on mainnet at these prices, you're looking at 75 to a couple $100, like if you're doing an Aragon DAO. So that's pretty crazy. Okay, and now, cool. We'll do this second transaction, which is setting up the interface, the UI for the DAO. Got the contracts deployed. Now we're setting up the UI, and that's it. 5-second transfer times. You can hop in right into the DAO interface and cost less than a penny. Crazy. So one interesting thing here, and if you've done much with dApps or played with DAOs before, then you know about WETH, so wrapped ETH. So the same kind of thing happens here with xDai, is we need to wrap the native token to give it the same properties of a ERC20 token. And so to do that, like you may have seen this page before as well. This is the wrap ETH page, but it's the same kind of thing that happened on the token bridge. You can switch from ETH to xDai. When you switch over to xDai, it's the no fees, no frills xDai wrapper. So I've got 80 in here, so let's just do 20 more. Or I've got 214 xDai right now, so I'm going to do 20 xDai, add a little more. No, not 80. Let's do 20 and submit. Okay, so what's the gas fee on this? I don't even know. What, 10,000th of a penny? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run that. That done. So, you know, around 5 seconds to run a transaction. It's just crazy. I can't believe it. Now let's look over here. I got another $20. Yeah, so super cool. And if you're just coming over to vote or to participate in a DAO, so you might need that wrapped xDai to pledge into a DAO, or to, if you're in a DAO on xDai already, you might need it to sponsor a proposal. And that's, I'll pull this up here. Here's the Raid Guild Playground. We were just messing around, but you can come in and all these stupid things, right? Create a new proposal, you know, like maybe a new funding proposal, doing some things, get some loot, get some shares. Maybe I want to make a little tribute of some WXDai instead of so yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see what else would be interesting here. Well, okay, I mean, like, and then going back, you're just kind of doing the reverse of this. Go into wrap ETH, you'd unwrap your ETH. It's so expensive. I don't know if I should do this. We're gonna just move it back. And then we would come back over once this finishes. 3, 2, 1, maybe. Oh, there it goes. We come over to the token bridge and we want to go back to ETH mainnet. We do $20, but I don't want to go back. I'm kind of happy on xDai right now, and I want to go play and experiment with this like new emerging world that I think we're going to see kind of a lot of cool stuff happening in this in the next few months. So cheers. Hopefully I didn't take too long on that, but hit me up if you got any questions about getting some DAOs up on xDai.